Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Dixon in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am popping on live tonight for a special Facebook Live for this month's Paper Pumpkin. I had the August Hope Box arrive in my mailbox last night, or the night before, and I'm just getting a chance now to open it up, and I thought I would do that live with you guys to show you what's inside this month's Hope Box and give you guys a hand putting it together, whatever it is, if you also received yours. So here we go. I'm going to switch my screen over there, and this is the absolutely gorgeous Hope Box that came in the mail this week, so this month. So the idea is, I guess, that we get to decorate this beautiful box as well. But let's open it up and see what we've got inside to create. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got, oh, beautiful. I think this is my favorite color. We have an absolutely beautiful, I think that's rich raspberry, either that or blackberry bliss, kind of like linen ribbon, really thick. Beautiful. It must be Blackberry Bliss because the ink we got with this is Blackberry Bliss as well. And then we have a gorgeous stamp set here with some really nice sentiments. So let's see if I can find, that's got color on the back. So there we go. So you guys can see those. So always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Just a note of hope, just the word hope. There is faith. Where there is, and I guess hope, where there, so where there is hope, there is faith. Where there is faith, miracles happen. Oh, that is beautiful. And then the butterflies and some background stuff. So a really, really nice stamp set. I can see using those sentiments on a lot of things beyond this paper pumpkin. And then the paper that I pulled out is just an explanation that the Hope Box is also meant to be a little box that you can simply collect mementos and precious objects and reminders inside of. And just an example of how to assemble your Hope Box and things that you might want to put in your Hope Box. So that's a really nice little idea. Another way to reuse these boxes. I reuse mine for tons of things. I use them for shipping. I use them for storing little bits at home and storing inks and stuff like that. All right, so for now I'm going to put that box off to the side so that we have some room here to create with the contents. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to grab the one thing that so the Paper Pumpkin basically is an all-inclusive kit that shows up each month. And it's truly all-inclusive. The only thing that you really do need to have on hand is a pair of scissors. Oh, wow. Those sequins are gorgeous. And so that's the one thing I love with Paper Pumpkin. It's always, quite high quality and what we've come to expect from Stampin' Up! Product, but it's always something just a little bit different than what's in our current catalogs. And so we do have adhesive back sequins in our catalog, but not in that amazing color. Those are gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to put my scissors away for now. So just give you guys a bit of a closer view, and I hope you guys can get this in the light on the camera. It's not really showing up. These in person are like a beautiful mix of like amethyst, a very like more pinky color, and then like, I don't know how to explain it, like a goldish color. Like they're just gorgeous. And then we've got some dimensionals in it. So those will be handy. Oh, and some more mini glue dots, which is great. That's my favorite way to use mini glue dots. So what we have here, oh, I've got some cardstock in there. So another feature that I love about Paper Pumpkin is they always do something just a little bit fancy with the envelopes. So it looks here like we've got 3, 6, 9. So we have enough stuff here to make 9 cards, 3 of each design. I'm basing that just off of these beautiful envelopes that we have here. And then those patterns continue on to the front as well and on the flap. That is gorgeous. Love them. Okay. So I'll put those to the side. And so we had these 3 pieces. I'm going to guess for some stamping, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Some banners here that are unreal. Love the watercolor rainbow look there. We have some sentiments here. So actually, I'm going to just put one of these to the side for now. We have some sentiments here. So tomorrow and hope, and then some other languages. Some really pretty like watercolor backgrounds. So I'll take one of those. And some labels here. Now I'm going to just take a wild guess that we're going to need at least one of each of these. Then we have some more fun backgrounds. So this just looks like it's Bermuda Bay, but speckled with some white. That's really pretty. We've got some beautiful little butterflies here. I'm not going to punch those out yet. And then we start to have our card bases. So we've got a pink speckled card base here. Oh, some more beautiful pieces here. This looks like a whole card front. Amazing die cut piece that we're going to punch out. So nice. This is the band for decorating our box. I'm going to set that to the side for the moment. Another card base here. So pretty. Oh, and that's going to underlay. Oh, I love it. All right, and then some more words here. I think this is for our box as well to decorate because there's only one of those. So I'm going to set that to the side. And then some more labels here with the hope and then in German and French. And another card base. There we go. And then finally, I'm going to guess again that this is for decorating our hope box because it's such a large piece and just one of them. All right, and then the cardboard to keep it all kind of together. So we'll put that to the side. And then we have our instructions here for how to make the 3 cards and how to decorate our hope box. So here we go. I'm going to open this up and just show you. I don't tend to follow these really closely, but I just wanted to show you how they've improved the paper pumpkin instructions, and really like they go through, you know, grab this piece and stamp it, put dimensionals on the back and place it on the card front, and like all the steps to creating the cards. And they've really gotten a lot more detail in here on how to do all of that. And I love it as well. They've got both centimeters and inches on here for measuring. So if there's anything that you need to measure or line up, you've got your ruler there to do that. And then more description here of which pieces go with which cards, and making it very, very clear as to how we're going to create these, and then a picture of a couple of alternatives as well. So really, really well laid out instructions. Hi, Cindy. So we're just getting started. I just opened up the box to this August paper pumpkin, the Hope box, and just kind of went through all the bits and collected one of everything that we're going to need over here on the side. And so now we're just going to get started. So I am going to start with this first one that we need our, I think that's pool party. It's our pool party card base. So we'll grab that. I'm going to grab my bone folder and just give that a close. All right, so got my bone folder there. Closing up that card, and then we need that beautiful Bermuda Bay piece with all of that nice like watercolor speckling, and this beautiful like rainbow watercolor piece. And then we're going to stamp that largest image. They always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. That is getting stamped using Blackberry Bliss right on this piece. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I My nails, I have a friend who I've just met recently who got me into using gel moments. So it's basically doing nails at home, doing the gel nails at home. It is so fun, so easy, and yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun playing with those and changing it up. Hi, Tracy in Oregon. All right, so I am going to grab my Blackberry Bliss ink. I'm not going to use my little spot. I like to keep those and throw them into little packages and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you do your own nails, if you go out, Cindy, but if you want, I can share Desiree's info with you. Uh, she's fabulous. She does all sorts of like tips and tricks videos and um, really helps you learn how to use your stuff, and it's so much less expensive than going to the salon. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this right in the center of this gorgeous rainbow piece. There we go. Beautiful. So now you will see that this is very purple. I'm going to clean it with my Simply Chamois. It's going to stay very purple like that because the photopolymer, when you use reds or purples, it really grabs that color. It does not in the least affect how that image stamps though, so I don't really worry about it. I know some people really like to keep their images nice and clean, and I've heard that, you know, if you do your first stamping with a Versamark that you can prevent that, or like that there's ways that you can condition these before you put them into a purple or a red to prevent that. I personally just, you know, take it as a sign that I've used my stamps and I love them. There we go. So that is now clean, even though it doesn't look it. I can actually go ahead and stamp that and it doesn't leave an image at all. So that's all nice and clean. And I'm going to take that off my block because I'm not going to use that sentiment anymore. So it's very large and pretty much filled that paper pumpkin block, but it does fit on the paper pumpkin block. All right, so next up we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. So I'm not going to unwrap mine that came in my kit just because I have a sheet on the go here. And I'm going to pop those into the corners. And then they also showed using the mini glue dots, of course, to do the other adhesives in this. And so they actually said to put 4 mini glue dots on the back of this piece. I'm not going to do that just because I like my mini glue dots for other things. I like them for attaching like small paper cutouts and all that. So I actually, and I prefer the paper pumpkin ones to the ones we can buy in the catalog on the roll. So I'm going to use my own preferred adhesive here. So that would either be liquid glue, or I have truly started to come to love the Seal Plus, and I'm using it a lot more. I guess I'm getting better at lining things up. So there we go. So I've got that done, and then this one goes right on the front as well. There we go. Now, before we do anything else, we are going to grab this Tomorrow here. So we've got this, like we've got Tomorrow, Demain, and Flugel. You would use the one that matches your stamp set. We're here in Canada, so our stamp is in English. So I've got the word Tomorrow, and I'm going to grab that Tomorrow, and we're going to pop that up with dimensionals in a moment. I'm also going to grab the Hope off of there, because we're going to cover that up as well. So this is a fun little way of stamping as well. So these ones are pre-printed for us, but this is something you can do with your own stamp sets as well. You can just ink up that word in Versamark and white emboss it onto a piece of cardstock and make it pop up. And you can do this with this stamp set, but you can also do this with other stamp sets that you have in your stash. And it's just a way to make it pop, and it makes it really, really beautiful. I love doing this technique, and I actually haven't done it in a while. It's a good reminder. Oops. A good reminder of some of the things that we can be doing with our supplies. All right, so I'm going to pop those onto the back. That hope, I'm just going to put one big one in the center. All right, and so those are going to get covered up. Just like that. And one more. Here we go. There. And then we're going to look for some beautiful butterflies here. So we've got these butterflies, and I'm going to grab these two. They're kind of the more solid ones. And they're going to go on the front of this card as well with dimensionals. This is so pretty, and you guys, I like Paper Pumpkin is just one of my favorites. Like, don't get me wrong, I love designing, and I'm actually not going to use that big, they actually just used glue dots. I actually want them popped up, so I am going to use mini dimensionals. If you don't have mini dimensionals, then go ahead and use the glue dots, because the big dimensionals are too big. All right, so I'm going to pop that on there. And this one over here. Okay, so there you go. We have our first card almost done. I am going to have to dip into this little baggie now, though, because we're going to use these amazing self-adhesive back sequins, and we're going to go a little crazy with them. Now, you commented on my nails. The one thing I've learned is that with these lovely nails of mine now, I can't as easily just grab like sticky things off of these sheets. I find that my nails slip and slide and I can't get a good hold. So I've been using my Take Your Pick tool more than I ever have before. All right, and where else did they put these? Oh, just around there. Okay. And I actually just like using the pointy end. We've got all the different ends, like the spatulas and everything, but I actually find, you know what, 5 is good. I'm going to stop there. It looks like they used more, but I'm going to stop there. That looks happy to me. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Isn't it sweet? Like, these paper pumpkins are getting really exceptional. I'm really impressed with them lately. All right, let's just see here. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to, oh, a whole bunch of comments that I didn't see. All right, hi, Jacqueline. I know, Tracy, this is such a sweet card. So we're going to set that one off to the side. It looks like this ribbon, we get a lot of ribbon here. It looks like its only use is actually on the box, not on any of the cards. So if I'm looking for the ribbon later and I can't find it, just remind me I threw it underneath that card. All right, our next card uses my favorite pieces. So we've got this polished pink base, and we're going to use these gorgeous banners. Oh my goodness. All right, and oh, that white piece that we had before. Okay, so this white piece, they're going to ask us to glue it straight down. So I'm going to do that right away. And I'm going to do that with my Seal Plus. Okay, this is going to help us get everything centered on our card. So there we go. Hi, Linda. Oh, excellent, Ontario. So it's after dinner your time. I'm just throwing these cards together quickly before I head out to do some barbecuing. I don't normally pop on a weeknight, but it just seemed like a good time. Our days have been so busy. All right. So I'm going to pop all of these out. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Now, in the instructions, they said to put these on with mini glue dots. And I kind of, well, if Janine, if you're watching, you're going to laugh. I just kind of can't do it. I am such a dimensionals person. So I'm going to put some of them on like down flat like they want. But then I'm also going to pop up some other ones because it just seems wrong to me to lay these all down flat and overlap them. It's not going to work for me. All right, so we're going to put those two on like that. And then these ones, we're going to put on, but I'm going to put them on dimensional so that they pop up. So we're going to get like some ups and downs happening here. Okay, so oops, oh, come on. I'm probably better off actually using mini glue dots for this part because if I need to rearrange anything, it'd be easier, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to just ever so slightly put that one off of there. And I'm going to kind of stagger these two. And then let's see, that one I'm going to do it centered. This one, I'm going to do it down low and this one up high. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to kind of go all over the place with this. Okay, so that one's going to be centered. It's easy to do. Center it top to bottom and side to side. There we go. And then these guys I'm going to pop on with dimensionals. So I'm going to put the dimensionals on the back first. Now I had a pack right in front of me. And they're there. All right, so I'm going to pop just 2 on each of these strips. And we are adding other stuff, so we'll see. I may have to play around with, you know, if I am popping it up or not, because I am kind of messing with their design now, and I didn't really look closely at their design. So I'm going to put that one kind of down. Actually, I'm going to, yeah, down quite low. And it's overlapping both of the ones on the side. And then this one, we're going to put down, I'm going to swap out the purple, so the purple, they go kind of opposite each other. This one's going to go on up a little bit higher. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got that kind of fun background happening now all over the place. And now we're going to do our sentiment, and we're going to do it on this little circle. So I'd punch that circle out as I was unpacking things. And I'm going to get our stamp set. So they are suggesting that we use just a note of hope because it fits just beautifully in that circle. You could also put just the word hope in there. That would fit really nicely as well. But I like the just a note of hope. So we'll grab that. And I had a paper pumpkin block. I don't know what I did with it, so we'll grab another one. Pop that on there. Grab our Blackberry Bliss ink. And now in the picture they even show that if you're doing this to have a scrap paper behind you. So of course I always have my grid paper behind. So I don't need to go grab a scrap paper. But if you were doing this at home in your kitchen, they just, you know, gentle reminder to not stamp Blackberry Bliss ink right on your countertop. If you're like me, I have like really nice light wood countertops. That would be a really bad idea. All right, and because I'm trying to keep my office clean, not that it is actually clean, but I've been cleaning it. I'm going to get that cleaned up and put away so it doesn't get lost in here. And there we go. All right, so we've got our note of hope. Now we're going to flip that over and put some dimensionals on the back of it. They suggest 3. Oh, before I do that, I should actually just see how many I need and where I need them. Yeah, see, there we go. Because I popped up this one side, I'm actually going to just put 1 dimensional on there and then a strip of Seal Plus, or if you're using your mini glue dots, you're going to use your mini glue dots so that when this goes on here, it's popped up over there, but it's not popped up where I've got this strip popped up. So it's just going to lay flat across. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, glad I thought of that before I got it all glued. Now these little guys, this is what I save mini glue dots for. We're going to be using just 3 of these guys. So I'm going to grab the yellow, the Bermuda Bay, and the Polish Pink Butterfly. And we're going to put mini glue dots on the back. So I'm not going to use up the ones that I just got because I still have a bunch left from another kit. I'm going to flip these over. And I'm going to got that take your pick tool of mine. There we go. And just put one right in the center of the butterfly body. All right. There we go. Da-da-da. That works brilliantly. It's all those stamps in the one. Oh, yeah. So, Cindy, oh my goodness, the stamp set is unreal. So, here, I'll lay this down so you can actually see it through. All of that, all those sentiments and the butterflies and the speckles for the background and the flowers, all of that is the Paper Pumpkin stamp set. It's like, it's crazy. All right, so now with these little guys, you just peel the backings off, and we're going to pop these on here. Now remember, they just have that one mini glue dot on the back. So there we go. I just peel that off. And so this take your pick tool is great. It just gets in there. And now this guy I'm going to put up a little bit higher, like that. There we go. And one more. Just gets right under there and takes that backing off. No problem. No problem on the last two. Big problem on this one. Why is it sticking? There we go. All right. And then this guy, they suggest that he just overlaps a little bit, which means I'm actually going to have to grab a mini dimensional for him. And it doesn't matter that I already have a mini glue dot there. I can just put the dimensional right over top. So if you didn't layer yours up with dimensionals like I did, you won't have to pop this guy up on a mini dimensional like I'm doing. Sometimes it pays to follow their rules. All right. Then, of course, the bling. So these gorgeous adhesive dots again, and we just kind of speckle them. Oh, and I have a hair with them. How lovely. I am shedding. Uh-oh. Not good. They're all wrapped up. Okay. Yay. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Here we go. Okay. That's all gone. So, we're just going to speckle these all over, and I'm going to put them into spots where I think, you know, just kind of need a little something. I'm even going to put, let's see, one down there, and one on our label, I think. Yeah, right about there. Okay, so there you have it. Do as many as you want, because, like, seriously, there are so many on this sheet. It's a little insane. Okay, so that's our second card. So two cards, two gorgeous cards. Oh, let's bring those down so you guys can actually see them. Two gorgeous cards so far, and a third one to do. And of course, you get to enough stuff to make 3 of each of these. They're so pretty. All right, move that off to the side. We'll grab our last card base. So it's this one that looks like it kind of has a partial design on it, but that's because we're going to be layering that beautiful die cut over it. And so this is just kind of like the background color. All right, so we've got that card base. And then we're going to, let's see, we're going to grab this. And this is super intricate, guys, so just be a little careful as you're popping it out. You know, don't rush this. Don't rush this part. Yes, very flower child looking. There we go. Okay, so we've got that popped out. We'll put those off to the side. So now they're suggesting to put this one down with mini glue dots, and I think just because it's so delicate, I might actually follow their instructions this time around. Oh, now I'm also noticing this card is meant to go sideways, and then we're going to line this up so that, like, those flowers get filled in and the butterfly gets filled in, but it's just that really soft look, like pastel kind of look behind the flowers. All right, so because this is delicate, I don't want it popped up and getting snagged on things. So I am going to listen to them. I will use And they're so funny. In their picture, they don't just say use mini glue dots. They actually show you exactly where on the image to put them. It's pretty funny. I'm not going to follow their directions. I am just going to find spots that look like they're big enough to hold a mini glue dot and go with it. And I'm going to try one out here on the edge of this wing. I'm just very aware that like edges like that are very easy to get caught as you bring a card in and out of an envelope. So if they can be secured, that's probably a good thing. All right, there we go. And where else can we put one? I feel like we don't have a lot of security on this piece. Maybe another piece down here. All right, there we go. So we've got a lot of those backings on. And I'm just gonna, I find the back, like the cover on them comes off really well if they're pushed on really well. So I'm just gonna push them down really well before, and then in here and, oh, come on, pop those backings off. All right, while I take these backings off, just wanted to let you guys know about next month's Paper Pumpkin, the September one. You can already order it. It is called Haunts and Harvests. And at first I was like, Halloween treat bags. Nah. But once I kind of looked more closely at it and realized the color scheme, and it's the soft succulent and pale papaya, and like it's these really beautiful muted, more harvest colors than anything, I got really excited because I'm really, really, really hoping that this year we can have a Thanksgiving dinner. And so I'm going to be able to use those as my table toppers, like little, I always like to put like little chocolates or whatever, kind of like a Christmas cracker, but more Thanksgiving-y. So I'm going to be able to use them as that on our table because you get 12 in the box. So I'm super excited about them actually. And I'm also super excited about the fact that right now I have my Paper Pumpkin subscription ran out. I had a 12-month subscription. It has run out, and now is literally the most advantageous time to get a new subscription, because with a 3, 6, 9, or 12-month subscription, I'm actually going to earn celebration rewards and get free items for buying Paper Pumpkin. So it's kind of awesome. I'm really excited about that actually. So that is my plan, is to get my 1-year subscription and get all of my extra rewards, including like so many great things. I think it's 5 rewards that I'm going to get. So it's like, yay. All right, so I've got this little piece here. Now I realized I only grabbed one of those and I actually need 2. I'm just going to sneak back in here. And on this one that had all these circles and stuff, I'm going to grab one more of these little guys. All right, because I have to stamp where there is and there is faith. So from this stamp set, it's kind of like we've got the 3 pieces that are going to go together. So I've got the where there is, and I had a block. I put it away because I'm being good and cleaning up after myself. So where there is gets stamped on one of these. Now, when you're using a smaller sentiment like that on these big blocks, I put it up near the top so that it's easy for me to line it up and less likely for me to get my ink all over my block because I really didn't put much of my block over the ink pad. All right, and then because I'm being good, I'm going to clean it right away. Should have seen it the other day. I was not being good. I literally had every stamp from a stamp set out on a block on my desk. It was really quite ridiculous. I'm going to try not to repeat that. Okay, and then I need there is faith. Okay, and again, I'm putting it up near the top of my block. I'm not sure if you guys can see this actually. There we go. So it's up at the top of my block so that I can put that into the ink, but really not a lot of my block is going into the ink. stamp that, peel that off, and clean this up. All right, so my Simply Chamois is another thing that doesn't come in the paper pumpkin kits. So if you're, a beginning stamper and you've got this beautiful paper pumpkin, you can just wash these with water. You can get just a wet piece of paper towel and dab them off on that. You can just stamp them off onto a piece of paper initially and then go wash them with water when you're all done stamping. So like you have lots of options on how you can do this. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to grab now this nice big hope on here. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to put that off to the side. So we've got all of these. So these are all going on with dimensionals. So we're going to flip that over and use dimensionals. And then we're also going to grab the last butterfly here, because remember these are going to be used for the next two cards. We're going to grab that last one, that purple one, and use a mini glue dot. And based on where they're putting it, I am also going to use a mini glue dot. So just put that under there, glue dot on there. All right, and then dimensionals for the rest of this. And it really is quite handy. So they really want this hope secured. So they're actually putting 4 dimensionals on this guy. And then just one on the end of each of these. And now these ones are pretty thin. They're about the same size as your dimensional, so you really want to make sure that you're putting them on with the flat edges, top and bottom, not kind of points to the edges, because then you're going to have some overlap and you'll be able to see your dimensional when you put your card together. All right, there we go. So all of that is done. So now we'll peel off the back of our hope. Seems like such a shame to cover up this gorgeous image, but I guess in the middle it gets a little boring maybe. I don't know, it's so pretty. So we'll put our hope right on top of that, and then make sure you don't mix these two up. They actually matter where they go. So where there is, now they've got them very straight. I think I'm actually going to, oh no, actually I think they were right to do it straight. I was going to do it in a diagonal over the side, but I actually didn't really like that at all. And then where there's hope, there is faith. And so it's kind of cascading down your card. And then this beautiful little butterfly is going to go over here. And just make sure that that glue dot that you put on there gets onto the corner of that label. Okay, so where there is hope, there is faith. And then, of course, we're going to use these beauties. Okay, and we can just come in here and throw them around like confetti. There we go. Fill up some spaces up here. And then, so I kind of always go like either odd numbers, or I try and like create like triangles when I'm doing it. So sometimes I'll end up with 6 on a card because I've created 2 triangles or something. So that's what I've kind of, there's a triangle there, and then down here I'm going to create a triangle that kind of comes over to there. All right. No, actually I don't like that in there. We're going to pull that out and pop that down there. So a little triangle there. All right, so and that's where I am going to stop with those. I'm not going to do more than that. So I'm just going to put the 6 on like that. All right, so that is our third card, you guys. So these are incredible cards. Now, the neat thing about this kit is that it doesn't stop there. We still have that beautiful box to decorate. So I'm going to move these cards out of the way so that we can bring in the pieces to decorate our box. And I'll bring the box back as well. So I actually realized that I kind of like tossed those in there because I didn't need them right away. So we've got that big belt piece that we're going to need. We've got our ribbon. And then we had, sorry guys, we've got our box. It's unfortunate, the UPS was not very gentle with my box, so I'm hoping that by decorating it I can kind of hide some of the bashes they put into my box. I could contact Stampin' Up. I've had boxes come before that were kind of not right, and they were very, very good about replacing them, but I think I can salvage this one, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, and then we need that piece, and that should be everything that we need. Okay, so hopefully that's everything that we need. So to do this, we're going to close our box, and we've got this really neat piece that goes around our box. And so the idea is that we create this like belly band, so you can slip this on and off of the box, and so that just like that. And then we're going to use whatever adhesive you have. If all you have is what came in your kit, you're going to use your mini glue dots. If you have something else, then use something else to create this. Okay, so I am going to use Seal Plus. And here we go. Oops, a little too far. Okay, so there we go. And now my belly band is on there. So the idea is that you can, it's loose enough that you can slip it on and off. Okay? And what's neat about this is as we're putting this on, we're going to be covering up that big paper pumpkin on the front and putting our own little sentiment there. All right, so let's slide this back on and keep decorating. Okay, so, and all in here is like inspiration, hope, force, inspired, strong, and then some other languages as well. So really, really nice. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is get 48 inches of this gorgeous ribbon. So that's why they gave us that little ruler, I guess. Now, I don't tend to actually measure these things, so I'm not going to today, because it's just not how I do my ribbons. I am just simply going to go, okay, I want a bow over there, and I'm going to need a bunch for my bow. I'll wrap this around. Oh, this is like the most lovely feeling ribbon ever. All right, now I am going to grab a bigger pair of scissors to snip that because, there we go, it is a wider ribbon. So I still have a ton of that ribbon left. I'm so excited about that. And it is so soft and amazing feeling. Wow. Okay, so then the way I like to do mine is I actually get the two ends and I pull down until they meet, and if that's not where I want it to be, I can wiggle it around until it is. So I want this off to the side, and then I'm going to tie my bow on here. So I just cross them once, and then I'm going to do bunny ear, and wrap it around. Okay, come on, there we go. And then I'm just going to finick with it a bit until I get it to sit exactly how I want it to. So it's just a lot of like back and forth until you get the size and the shape that you want for these loops. It's a bit big still. Excellent. All right, so I am happy with that because this is going to get laid down flat by our butterfly that we're adding. So I have my nice bow. It's kind of like on an angle. And now I'm going to snip these ends. There we go. And these ones. So you can leave this as long as you want, as short as you want. Do that however you like. And we don't have to untie that because, again, that's on the belly band. We're just going to be able to slip that off all together. So it doesn't have to be a bow that you can tie and retie and like all of that. Okay, next up is this big butterfly. So when I first saw him, I thought, oh, it looks a little like distorted and long, but I realized it's because we're going to put him on here, put a sentiment through the middle. So if he was like properly proportioned, he'd get cut up like in a weird way that, you know, he would look funny actually. So it's better that they've got him kind of a bit long. And so they show us again where to put these dimensionals, and they've got us going like up, up, across the middle, and down. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and do that. And he's going to stick on here. So I'm actually putting him on upside down on here so that I can see, so that I'm not sticking like a dimensional up there where it's going to go off my white piece, but I'm putting it down in that second little bulge on his wings so that it stays. And same here, I'm not going to put it right down at the tip because I don't want it accidentally sticking onto my box. I'm going to put it up just a little bit higher. And then I'll do a dimensional over here and one over here. All right, so that should be good for holding this together. So we'll peel this off. Peel that, and one more. There we go. And then pop him down. So just, you know, the tips of his wings are off, the bottoms of his wings are off, and then just like that. Okay, so with that done, now we have this beautiful sentiment here. We're going to grab that. And then you do have all these other languages, which is kind of cool. And this one also goes on with dimensionals. And we're putting it right across the center of our butterfly. So I'm actually, I'm not going to do the center dimensional because there's already a dimensional under there. I am just going to do a little bit of Seal Plus there, and then just do the dimensionals at the two ends where it's not on my butterfly. I don't want it to kind of be lumpy in the center. All right, so, and this is what I was talking about in that, you know, if he wasn't a little bit longer, he'd look a little bit funny, being broken up like that. All right, so that is perfect. So always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring, is what that says. And then we have some pretty little bits here. We've got, oh, wow, that is very delicate. So we've got a very delicate little flower here. Wow, that is crazy delicate. Okay, and another one. So be very careful with these as you're popping them out. Okay, so we've got those two. We've got these beautiful butterflies. And we have two more flowers on our other paper to decorate with. So let's see here. And then we've got these flowers here as well. 3 of them actually. So 3 of these. So pop those off. And then we also have a little tag that I guess we can, if we're going to give this box away, we can use this little tag. I'm personally keeping this one, so I'm not going to use that little tag on this project. I'll save that for something else. All right, and then they're saying to use mini glue dots to attach these, and I think that they're probably bang on with that because this already has a lot of dimension to it. Okay, so not exactly sure. Okay, so with these yellow flowers, we're going to put that mini glue dot right in the center, but the center of this flower is open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down, and I am putting it on my, so that like it's touching the white here. And then before I let that be, I'm going to come in here with one of these sequins and cover up the center of that where that glue dot might be sticking through. Okay, and kind of we're going to do that for all of these, is if where we're putting our glue dot is going to be kind of showing through, then I'm going to cover it up with a sequence. All right, so now this one. So we're creating kind of that really wild and crazy background here. So we're going to tuck that under and pop that there. Now I've got a little sticky bit. So I'm just going to come in here with a sequence and cover that up. Okay. And just kind of back and forth, like stick something on, cover up any sticky bits that are showing, and move on. All right. So this butterfly, we're going to actually put over here on our ribbon. And now no sticky bits are showing through for this guy, so we're just going to leave him be. And this one should also go down fairly easily with nothing sticky showing. All right. Oh, come on. And so we'll put this guy down here. There. So pretty fun here. I really enjoy this actually. Just kind of throwing these little bits on randomly. First I thought, oh, that's going to be too much, but actually it's really pretty. Okay, put that there. That one's got sticky bits showing, so I'm going to grab some sequins. Just cover that up. All right, and I had one, oh, I have two more little flowers to add here. Okay, so 1 and 2. Okay, so let's see here. I think we'll put this little guy down here. And then I'm not even going to cover up the sticky bits on that one because I put it underneath the edge of the butterfly, so it is covered up. And this one, let's see, we're going to pop it up here. And so that one I will put a sequence on. Okay. And then it doesn't say to, but I just love these guys. So I am going to add just a few more of them to my card front here, or box for decorating. So 1, 2, let's create a triangle, and then 3 there, so let's create an odd number because I don't have a triangle going on over there. Let's see. I'm not sure where to put this one, maybe just up there to actually create a little triangle over there. Awesome. And so that is our box all decorated. And now we can just slide this belly band on and off when we want to put things into our hope box. And we've got this beautiful little package here. So you could give this away to somebody, you could fill it up with things and then give it away. You could just use it also not as a hope box, but just as a as gift wrap. So that works out really well as well. So that is our hope box. I'm just going to bring our cards back into the view here that we created. Move that ribbon out of the way. So we had these gorgeous cards here as well that we created from inside the soap box. You know, I'm just looking at it all together now as well. This would make a really nice gift to actually make all 9 cards and put them inside the box and give it all as one big package. So yeah, that is our paper pumpkin for the month of August. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you've got your own that you're enjoying putting that together. If you want to know more about Paper Pumpkin, please contact me. I'd be happy to get you set up with your own subscription. And now till September 30th is definitely the time that you want. Oh, somebody's just come home. Now is definitely the time that you want to be getting that year-long subscription because you do get all the celebration rewards. Oh, you don't have yours yet, Tracy. You are going to love it. So hopefully it arrives in the mail soon. You guys have a great night. I'm off to barbecue some hamburgers, and I'll see you at my regular 9 o'clock Tuesday morning Facebook Live. Hopefully you can pop on and watch me then. Bye.